Hey, welcome back. Today we will be learning about profit and loss. What is profit? What is loss? Let's see. Okay, let's say that drawing or painting is your favorite hobby. So you go finding for a shop which has the specific poster color that you are looking for. Fine. You get that poster color. The shopkeeper has the poster color and on that poster box it is written MRP 100 rupees. Okay, here you bought it. The selling price was 100 rupees. So, selling price or SP, it is called as short form SP 100 rupees. Cost price, what is the cost price for the shopkeeper? He would have got it at, let's say, 90 rupees. 90 rupees per piece, right? So, 90 rupees is his cost price. Now, what is the profit? Profit will be that small gap. Selling price, here in this case, he is making money. So, the selling price is greater. Selling price minus cost price will give you the profit. Okay, now what about profit? He is making money. But does a shopkeeper always make money? Not necessarily, right? So what scenario will that happen? Let's say that he has bought something in anticipation that somebody will buy it, but nobody bought it. It is it's lying in his shop for, let's say, more than a year. He is frustrated. He does not want it to hold anymore because he knows that nobody is going to buy it now. Now, finally, one day somebody comes and they say that, yes, I want to buy this now, and they say no, this is too much, I cannot give too much for so much for this, it is not worth it, and that this, and he is so happy that this product is finally going away from his shop that he is willing to sell it away for a price less than what he bought. So let's say he bought it as 100 rupees. Okay, he had originally bought it for 100 rupees. So the cost price for him is 100, but he is selling it away for 80 rupees. Okay, let's keep it as 80. So selling price becomes 80. Now what is happening? He is losing money by selling the product. Now that is called as his loss. He is losing money. So now let's look at all these things that we have talked about in terms of maths, and let's express it in terms of percentage, profit percentage or loss percentage. So we saw that in the market, the selling price, we bought the poster colors that we were looking for. Selling price, we got it for rupees 100. This will be called as SP from now onwards. Selling price is going to be called as SP. Cost price is what at the rate at which he had bought it. Let's assume that he had bought it for 90 rupees. The cost price is going to be called as CP. Now he made money. So this is going to be profit. So profit will be the selling price, because the greater minus the lesser, selling price minus cost price, which is going to give us 100 minus 90 gives us 10 rupees. He gained rupees 10. Okay, now we have to calculate the percentage profit. Now it's going to be the same like we saw in the previous chapter. The change, we are going to use the same formula, change by original into 100. Now just in this case, it's going to change the whole thing. We are going to change it a little bit. Change is now called as the profit, right? What is the change in the money that he has? The profit minus the divided by the cost price. That is what was the original price, cost price, into 100. Now again, this is the profit percentage. Now this we talked about profit. Now let's see about loss. Now what happens when he has a loss? The selling price, let's say selling price was 80 rupees, but the cost price was rupees 100. So he lost money here. So here the loss is cost price is greater, so that becomes first cost price minus selling price is equal to 100 minus 80 gives us 20. So here the change is the loss. Again, the change by original amount into 100 will give us the change percentage. So this is going to be the loss by the cost price again into 100. Now if you see the profit and the loss percentage, both are calculated on the cost price. They are never calculated on the selling price. So the denominator will remain as the cost price in both the cases. So to summarize, we have profit as selling price, which is going to be greater, selling price minus cost price, and percentage profit will be the whatever is the profit divided by the cost price into 100. The loss in the same way, cost price is greater than the selling price, so cost price minus selling price will give the loss, and loss divided by cost price into 100 is the loss percentage. Now let's see one example. The same thing, cost price is greater than the selling price. That means there is a profit here. Profit is selling price minus cost price, which will give us 110 minus 100. So this gives us 10 rupees profit. Now let's calculate the percentage profit. Percentage profit is profit by cost price into 100. Now this gives profit is 10, cost price is 100 and 100. So this gives us 10 percentage profit. 10 percentage profit. Now we'll look at 4 different questions with 4 different levels of difficulty, so that any question posed to you will be very easy to solve. Now first question, the cost price is given, it's 10,000 rupees. Profit is given, but the selling price has to be calculated. So profit percentage is given to us as 20%. So you just write 20, and profit is something that we don't know. Where do we get the selling price from? Selling price can be got from selling price minus cost price is equal to profit. So if we find the profit, getting selling price will be easy. Divided by cost price. Now we know what is the cost price, that is 10,000 into 100. So I need to find what is this profit. So profit will become, let's divide both the sides by 100. So we have 20 by 100 is equal to profit by 10,000. Now let's multiply both the sides with 10,000. So we have 100 is equal to profit. Now we have profit on one side of the equation. So solving for this, we get profit is equal to 2,000 rupees profit. Okay, so now what's the selling price? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Okay, so we have 2,000 is equal to selling price minus cost price. So selling price will be 2,000 minus plus cost price. When this goes to the other side of the equation, so this becomes 2,000 plus 10,000, 12,000 rupees. So this is your selling price. Okay, let's look at the next question. By selling a jacket for rupees 729, Sunanda lost 10%. What is the cost price? First, let's write down what we know, what we don't know. So first, we know that the selling price is rupees 729 and the loss percentage is 10%. What is the cost price? Okay, so we know that the loss percentage is equal to loss divided by the cost price into 100. Now, loss can be written as cost price minus selling price. So, now here in this case, you must be careful writing selling price minus cost price or cost price minus selling price. Cost price is always greater in terms of loss. Loss percentage. Now, loss percentage is 10. Cost price is something that we don't know, so let's leave it as CP. Selling price is 729 divided by cost price into 100. Now, I do not recommend by hearting any formula unless it is required. So, let's multiply both the sides with CP. So, 10 CP is equal to CP minus 729 the whole into 100. Okay, so we have 100 CP, going to expand this using the distributive property. So I multiplied both the terms, 10 CP. Now 10, we have two terms involving CP on two different sides of the equal to sign. So let's swap it. Let's take 729 to the other side and 10 CP to the right side. 729, 72,900 is equal to 100 CP minus 10 CP. This is going to give us 90 CP is equal to 72900. Alright, so CP is going to be 72900 divided by 90. Now if you observe, both the terms are divisible by 9 table. HCF is 9 here. So 9 10 times, and 729 is nothing, is 81 times, and plus the 2 zeros, so 00. And again it becomes 8100 divided by 10, that gives us 810. So this is the cost price. Cost price will be rupees 810. Okay, let's look at one more question. This is a little trick question. So let's get started. We have the radios being bought at the same price. So the cost price of both of them is the same. So we don't know what it is. So we'll just keep it as CP for now. There are two scenarios. The profit percentage is being given to us. Profit percentage for one is 12%, the other one is 17%. So let's just write this. We don't know what is the selling price here also. So let's call this, the greater one will call it as SP1 and this lesser one will call it as SP2. Now it doesn't matter, you can write the other way around also. Okay, now the difference between the selling prices is 125 rupees. So here let's take the difference as SP1 minus SP2. That's only because 17 is greater than 12. That's it. Okay, so that is equal to 125. So we just have only this much information. We need to find out what is the price of each radio. What was the price of each radio at which it was sold. So we know that profit percentage is equal to profit by cost price into 100. We know this formula. So profit can be written as selling price minus cost price divided by cost price into 100. Now this is the general form. Now let's write, I'm just going to divide the whole screen into two parts. We have the SP1. I want to find out an expression for SP1 and SP2, so that I will be able to substitute in the other equation and get the value of the cost price at least. Okay, so we have 17 is equal to SP1 minus cost price by cost price into 100. This is the first 17% profit. Second one is 12 is equal to SP2 minus CP divided by cost price into 100. Alright. So cross multiplying, we have 17 CP is equal to SP1 minus CP, the whole thing, into 100. Same thing we can write for the other one as well. 12 CP is equal to SP2 minus CP into 100. So this will give you 100 SP1 minus 100 CP is equal to 17 CP. Now let's just finish off this one. We can take this 100 CP to the other side so that we have CP minus CP, two like terms. 100 CP plus 17 CP is equal to 100 SP1. So this becomes 117 CP is equal to 100 SP1, which gives us 117 CP divided by 100 is equal to SP1. 12 CP, so we can write this as 12 CP is equal to 100. Same thing we are just repeating for this part of the equation. SP2. Alright, so this becomes 112 Cp is equal to 100 SP2, and SP2 becomes 112 Cp divided by 100. Okay, so we have two expressions, SP1 and SP2. Now we also know that SP1 minus SP2 gives us 125. Okay, so we know that SP1 is here, SP2 is over here. So just putting the value here, 117 by 100 Cp minus 112 by 100 Cp is equal to 125. This looks like a lot of work, but yes, it's rewarding. Okay, 117. Now we have Cp and Cp. These two are the like terms, and it also has the same denominator. So no worry at all. We can simply subtract them. 117 minus 112 is equal to 125. So here we get 5 by 100. Cp is equal to 125. So Cp, what's the value of Cp? Will be 125 into 100 by 5, which gives us 2500. So 2500 was the value of both the radios, which was sold at two different profits, one for 17%, one for 12%. Now let's look at one last question. We have this one trick question which we can see in most of the competitive exams. So we have the cost price, the selling price of 10 pencils is equal to the cost price of 11 pencils. Now to just understand this question properly, we can understand it like this. Suppose I had 100 rupees with me, and as a shopkeeper I got 11 pencils for rupees 100, but when I sold it for 100 rupees, I sold only 10 pencils. That means I still have that one extra pencil with me, so I can sell it and make more money. That means it is a profit here. Okay, in this case it's a profit. So let's write down in terms of equation. This we can write this as 10 selling price, whatever the selling price, is equal to 11 cost price. This is how you make the relation. The value of 11 times the pencil is equal to the 10 times the selling price. So here the selling price becomes greater. Now let's write one in terms of the other. So selling price, I am writing selling price in terms of cost price. Now we have to find the profit percentage. Profit percentage is equal to
profit by cost price into 100. Okay.
Now profit is nothing but selling price minus cost price, which gives us this equation. Okay, here we don't know anything except this one relation that we have been given. So this thing is what I'm going to substitute in place of this value. So 11 by 10 Cp minus Cp divided by Cp into 100. Cp and Cp, these both are like terms. So let's take the LCM in the numerator. So that becomes 11 Cp minus 10 Cp. Now 10 is the LCM, so it becomes 10, the whole thing divided by Cp into 100. We have 11 Cp minus 10 Cp. This gives us just Cp. 1 Cp divided by 10, the whole thing divided by Cp again, into 100. Okay, so we are going to write this as Cp by 10. This Cp will become 1 by Cp. We can still write this as 1 by Cp into 100. Right? Cp gets cancelled. Now 100 by 10 gives us the profit percentage. Right? So the profit percentage is 10% in this case. So that brings us to the end of this roller coaster ride. I hope you liked it. Next video we will be seeing simple interest, the same concept of percentage we will be using. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that whenever I post a new video you will not miss it. Thank you for watching.